And the green flag waves at Oulton Park. Spray is going up into the air, and Dixon's had a brilliant start. He's straight up into the lead of the race. Hearn is looking for P2, but we do have some drivers going across the track. There's Felix Eck. He's spun out. Turn 1. We almost saw a couple drivers go off, but they've managed to keep it on track. And Hosko's also taken a turn, but I can't catch him fast enough. Drivers are currently still just moving around. It's happening so quick. You can see there's a Porsche in the background. That's Rodriguez. There's another Aston Martin off into the grass on the hill. And it is absolute chaos at the moment. You can see Chard is just waiting to get through, throwing a signature dummy. We've seen that. Oh my goodness! And that's Chard into the barriers. Chard and Mishk. No, sorry, Chard and Mitchell. Both into the barriers. Meanwhile, Deringer's holding up Maris and Hewlett directly behind. Oh my goodness. And that's Chard's hopes of a podium finish in the season shattered. He's taking a slightly wider line through there. And he's got the inside line now coming through the exit. Over turn 17, Deer Leap. Oh, but now it's Hewlett's turn. Hewlett taking a switch back into the braking zone. And Hewlett taking P3 in the class. A beautiful move from Hewlett. Maris just was not expecting it. He saw him in his mirrors, and Maris has gone wide now. Maris then into some blocks, and here's Priatko. And so much has just happened in the last 15 seconds. Those two have gained 13 positions overall, but the driver's lost out most is going to be Felix Eck. He's lost 14 positions. Actually, no. Hosko has lost more positions, 16. Chard has lost 23 positions. And there's Ursa going round and round at Druid's Corner, turn 15. And there seems to be an issue with his car. He just can't keep it on track. And the rain seems to be affecting a lot of drivers on the grid. Oh, and Priatko takes evasive action as they come over the hill, and Hewlett's looking to the inside for Water Tower and Druid's Corner. There it is, the dive bomb through the right-hander, and he's up. And there's Priatko's chance as well. Priatko's looking to make a position. And can you believe it? Maras has managed to catch back up to the back of Priatko, so we could still see a battle for third position in the Pro Class Championship. Hewlett's managed to get ahead, but he will have to catch up to Dixon and Hearn and essentially win the race if he wants to stand a chance at finishing on the podium this season. There's the move from Priatko. Oh, but he's gone wide. This is Maris's opportunity now. Coming through turn 3 Cascades, Priatko went slightly wide. Does that mean Maris is slightly faster running? No. Priatko, in fact. Oh, he was keeping the inside line, and that's Maris! Maris has just collided with Deringer. Deringer's lost it through the left-hander of Island Bend. And he's taken Maris along with him. So Priatko then in a fairly comfortable position. I cannot believe it. We've seen 2 Pro-Am drivers take out Pro drivers due to just simple oversteer mistakes coming through Island Bend, which is a tricky corner, to be fair. Oh, and there's a white McLaren in the background as well. You can see, I think that was Topenka out on the grass. So even the professionals are having an issue driving this track in the wet. And Dutton is going to be defending from Wraith at some point, but Wraith has just gone wide, so I'm not sure he'll be having a challenge anytime soon, as long as he can keep it clean and not spin out. At this point, that's an actual factor. It's not just drivers who are forcing them into errors, it's actual just driver error pure on its own. Coming through the left-hander, but Wraith does seem to have... Oh, and that's Pfeiffer! And Wraith has just hit Pfeiffer! Oh my goodness! We just see these bouts of oversteer, and then the drivers behind are just coming in so hot they've got no time to react. As a result, just plough into the side of the driver ahead. We've had 3 penalties and there has been no pitting involved at all. Usually when there are drive-throughs, it's because of drivers speeding in the pit lane, coming in too quick. You can see a move from Topinka on Urso now, coming through the second chicane. Oh, there's contact between Topinka and Urso. Oh my goodness! Topinka almost takes out Urso and Rucroft again. Let's have a look at some more incidents if we can. There was an incident between Wraith and Mishk. That might be where the damage on the front of his car came from. Let's have a quick look at this. So coming through the top. Oh, and he just loses it and taps Mishk. Fortunately, they both managed to keep control of their cars. So no adverse effects really between the two of them. These 2 red, black and white Ferraris seem to have seen tons of action today. Here he comes down on Fox, and oh, that was ugly. I thought we would see something like that happen, but not in that fashion. And I've just heard someone go off into the gravel. Yes, that was the Ferrari in the background there. We'll hopefully have a solution to that at some point in the next couple weeks. Let's have a look at some more contact if we can. Oh, that's a moment from Dutton again. A huge slide. He keeps it out the barriers at least. And somewhat in control. But I think he's just lost the race lead. He's just lost that to Eck. Dutton now down to P2 in his class. So Dutton has just lost the class lead from Eck. The closest gap on that moment is Urso and Fox. And we saw the issue earlier. Oh, and there's another one! And Urso's just carrying too much speed into the corners. And as a result, he just smashes into Fox. So I'm sure the stewards will be having a lot to talk about. Coming into the first chicane now, turn 10, 11 and 12. And they're all still nice and tidy there. There's Priatko in the background. Here's Topinka's chance down the inside of Urso. Or outside, should I say, coming into the second chicane. And Urso can't outbrake him. And was that potentially Urso accidentally going down an alternative route? I have no idea what happened there, but Urso suddenly dropped. He's 4 seconds behind Topinka now. Meanwhile, Topinka is going to be looking to make ground on Fox now. As we heard during practice, he starts... Oh my goodness, and that's Fox off into the barrier. Off into the barrier and straight back onto the track. Was there some form of contact between those two drivers? I wonder, but Fox seems a bit out of shape coming through the final couple corners. Is there damage to his car? There is a little bit on the left rear. And oh my goodness, I cannot believe what just happened. So now drivers are starting to receive all sorts of penalties. The usual pit stop chaos is starting. And we still have 38 drivers. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. Fox and Priatko are having a shunt there. Oh my goodness. And Priatko says enough is enough. Fox spun out by Priatko. To be fair, Priatko should have been let through on the straight before the second chicane, before turns 10, 11 and 12 already. And he just didn't. Meanwhile, Hearn has gone off into the gravel, but that's not the gap I was looking at. Someone was stationary. There was a yellow somewhere. But yes, Fox has spun out again. Things seem to be disintegrating for Fox. He's just dropping down the grid. He had such a good start, and now he seems to be dropping slightly. Here come the rest of the grid behind. Here's Rucroft, hoping to take advantage of the slow McLaren ahead. He's not quite ahead, and this is the biggest battle now. Rucroft, then Fox, and Eck is also just behind. And the pressure remains firmly on the back of these drivers. There's Rucroft potentially looking to the inside. Oh, but he's taken on grass. Is this? Yes, that's X chance, but Rucroft has spun out. Oh, and he almost collects a Porsche from behind as well. We've seen so many drivers spin out on turn 5. There seems to be contact listed between 8 to 12 and 57. This is Christoph and another driver, Dutton. Oh my goodness, some more issues. Yes, Dutton has dropped down to P4 so far. Let's have a look at this incident. And Christoph is almost stationary. Oh! And yeah, Dutton just didn't see him ahead. And Christoph is going slow on track. So Dutton then an unfortunate recipient of a slow car on track. And hold on. Hearn has managed to get ahead of Dixon. Hearn is our current race leader. Hearn somewhere got past Dixon in P2. You can see the Aston Martin in the background there. The purple and white cars, these two are teammates. But yes, this is the first time that Hearn is leading a race. And he's managed to make it ahead of Dixon somewhere. Gap doesn't seem realistic. Meanwhile, here's Rebecci on Massaro. Rebecci is our current P2 runner in the Pro Class Championship. Oh, and Rebecci's gone straight on. Through the couple right-handers. He's managed to keep it out of the barriers at least. But even Rebecci is feeling the pressure, and he's pulling a one of those advertising boards along. Oh my goodness, and there's a Ferrari across the track at the front. Two drivers, that's Fox and a Ferrari. And oh my goodness, I cannot believe it's again Fox involved in some sort of incident. So coming through here, he's ahead, then Fox, oh my goodness. Fox with way too much speed. Was absolutely flying down the inside, but looks like we have some issues between Divitini and one of the AM drivers. Coming through, turn 16 and 17, Deer Leap. Hearn, despite it's been an absolutely nuts race, he's coming to take his first one of the season. It's Hearn, the race winner at Oulton Park.